Greetings, viewer dear. I'm Tom.
I'm Ben.
And I am Matthew, and welcome to another exciting episode of Pappy's Flatshare.
Oh my gosh, it's always an exciting episode of Pappy's Flatshare. Never a dull one. No. That's our motto.
That's our motto, guys,
Yes.
and we are sticking to it in this very special video episode. We're here in
Vepisode.
A Vepisode, yes, of course. I forgot we're calling them Vepisodes now. So we're here Vepisoding in Clarky's flat, Clats, as we like to call it, and you're going to have a really great time, or as we like to say, a good time. Anyway, this episode it's a fun one. This one, it is a fun one. We're going to tell you some interesting showbizy stories.
Oh,
so
really?
you want to stay tuned for the interesting showbizy stories.
Ooh,
yes, absolutely.
okay. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, you're going to love them.
I have no recollection of them whatsoever.
I was going to tell you, you tell a couple of them. So,
What?
So yeah, if you like the sound of yourself telling a story, then keep watching, Tom. You're going to love it.
I will, yes. And if you're liking and subscribing as you're listening, then like and subscribe in real life.
Oh no! That's a real shame, guys.
I know,
but you
I
get
know.
what the old man's trying to tell you.
Yes, that's right. And if you're commenting on it, leave it in the comments section. Don't keep those comments to yourself.
Absolutely. Well,
Keep some of the comments to yourself.
In fact, Tom, could you keep some of yours to yourself?
Yes. And obviously, as you've probably gathered by now, we are your boys. We're on a journey, podcasting journey. If you want to support us on that journey, get along to patreon.com/Pappy's Flatshare /.com and support us in our journey.
none of this information is correct. But yeah, patreon.com/Pappy's Flatshare. There's no need for any more // after that.
Okay.
That'll see you right,
Well,
guys.
yeah.
Okay, we're going to, I don't know what we're going to do with Tom. We're going to take him away, pop him in an oxygen tent for a little bit. Something needs to happen. I think he's given himself the bends from 4 cups of coffee. But don't worry about it, guys. You're going to love the episode nevertheless, so enjoy. So the other day I was working on a show.
Yes.
I was working on a show, and afterwards...
Another show from this one.
Other than this, yeah.
You not read the contract?
No.
Okay.
Here's a fun fact about me. I can't read.
Yeah. But boy, can you write.
I can really, yes. I've never read a word of the stuff I've written, but people tell me it's okay.
Yeah, it's for the best, actually.
I've managed to forge out quite a career as someone who can't read, but boy, can I write.
Boy, can you write.
I was writing on a show.
Oh, yeah.
And I was working on this show.
Oh, yeah.
And afterwards, the audience was going up to some of the people who'd been on stage
on the show
itself and asking for selfies, and they were being very obliging,
very nice,
posing for selfies.
Yeah.
And then one guy said, "Oh yeah, can I take a picture of you?" to one of the celebs, and then it became apparent he didn't mean with you.
Of you.
Yeah, and I think I'd never thought about this before, but there's something about the you being in the selfie that makes it fine.
Absolutely.
Whereas can I take a picture of you is really odd.
Yeah.
Wow, okay.
And I mean...
Is this news to you, Tom? Do you ask a lot of people?
Well, I guess
it's weird, isn't it? But there's a distinction.
Yeah.
Even though you're
but it's a recent distinction, I think.
Oh, definitely.
So, because it would be okay. Like, I think it used to be okay.
To say, can I take a photo of
you?
No, I think you'd always say, can someone take a photo of the two of us together?
It's weirder not to ask.
And take a photo.
I'm taking a photo of you.
Yeah. As a statement.
To say, I'm taking a photo of you, and then click, and then
I'm taking a photo of you.
I'm taking a photo of you. Yeah, no, but I think there's something odd about it. I don't think there was ever a time when you could say, can I take a photo of you, and not be in the photo yourself if you're meeting somebody.
Yeah, I guess if you had a costume or if you had...
What? So you dress up to ask someone to take a photo of you?
If you're dressed as a photographer, if you look like Dennis Hopper in
You're
Apocalypse
holding
Now.
one of those big wooden, I was going like puff of smoke.
Oh, yeah. Watch the birdie.
Can I take a photo of you?
Yeah, okay. So, but a selfie makes it kind of okay today.
I think it does, doesn't it?
Definitely.
I think a selfie makes it fine.
Yeah.
Which is weird, isn't it? But why is that? Why is it? Because you don't want to be in the photo. I mean, I guess it's saying, I met this person.
Yeah, that's what I always think the function is look, it's me meeting that person.
Yes, that's...
Whereas the other one, you go look, Yeah, I know who that is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look who I
I've
saw.
seen them.
I could get that picture from Google Images.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
took that. I've got no evidence of that. If you were in the photo, I'd know.
Have you ever asked for selfies?
Yeah, I've asked for a few in my life.
Yeah.
I don't think I have,
Have
actually.
you never had a selfie?
No.
I'll do you one.
I've
Do you know
done.
what? Just stay there. I'll take a photo of you.
Yeah.
Click. Yeah, that was definitely taken.
I've done it the worst way round of. Do you want a selfie with me?
Oh no! Oh no! Tom, you mustn't. Please, okay.
I mustn't. I have.
There's not one bit of this story I don't want to hear. So go back as far as you want. You can't start too early in the
Oh,
story.
take your time.
no,
Luxuriate
no.
in this one time.
I do it quite often. Like, just in case people might takes the awkwardness away for them.
Oh, what? Wait.
For who?
Go on, tell me. Give me the last time you said to someone, "Do you want a selfie?"
Oh,
Well, it's only
this
like
is-
after Flat Slam records and stuff like that. It's like when people come up and say,
People come up and ask. Some
Yeah.
people might come up and ask for a photo, but I would
No,
never,
no. People come up and say, I enjoyed the show. And I'll go, yeah, do you want to selfie?
And they say no.
And they go,
I didn't enjoy the show that much.
They go, oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, but I'm going to have to delete a few photos of my lunch. There you go. That's gone. Yeah, I guess I can have this.
I think it's kind of quite nice to offer in some ways.
I imagine if you're, an A-list celebrity, it's quite nice to offer.
Yeah. Or if you're an a-hole, turns out.
One of two A's.
Oh,
yeah.
would you like a selfie?
And I
Because
also
real
think,
real celebrities, by the way, do you know how they do selfies?
What's that?
They take your phone off you. They know their way around every phone. So when one of our friends started to get a bit famous,
Right. He's right here.
He's right here, but I don't want to embarrass him.
Guys, do you want a selfie with me?
He was chatting to Ed Sheeran. He'd like met him on the Jonathan Ross show or something.
Right.
And Ed Sheeran said, "Here's what you do: is you learn your way around every possible type of phone because you want to make that interaction as quick as possible. You take the phone, you take the selfie, you hand the phone back, you move on to the next person. Otherwise, they're a bit nervous. They're fiddling around with their phone. They're kind of, I don't know how to use this. Sorry, if you've ever asked for a selfie,
Right.
you wouldn't know about this. You're always offering. You know that sometimes you go, oh gosh, I'm getting a bit nervous. And
The only reason people get nervous around me is because I've made them take a photo of us.
Yeah. And also, you've done it on your phone. Another one for me.
but yeah, that's how you do it.
So what you're saying is Sheeran knows his way around every type of phone.
You put any kind of phone from the last, how long's he been famous for? 10 years, 15
Yeah.
years? From the last sort of decade and a half, he knows his way. He could
Do you
be
know?
on Ubet.
That's what I was about to say. I was literally going to go there.
Ubet.
I was about to say, do you know what show I really miss? Ubet.
I think it's coming back.
Is it?
I think it's coming back.
Yeah, he's writing on it. Of course he
I
is.
signed an NDA, but I think it's coming back.
It might be coming. Yeah. Of course he is. Sheeran on Ubet doing 30 selfies in a minute and a half.
Because I think if you bring back Ubet now, it has to be celebs doing things, right? Because I don't think anyone cares that members of the public can do odd stuff. It has to be a. I genuinely think that's true. We're so used to sort of getting like access to celebrities' life. It has to be. That's what it has to be. It has to be. Did you know? Like it's what they do on chat shows, isn't it? Did you know that this person can play the lute?
Did you know that Daniel Radcliffe can rap?
Exactly. It's like that kind of thing. Yeah. Do you want to bet on it? You bet.
Not a fan of Radcliffe's rap.
Do you not
I just don't understand why that's a thing. You
You-
go like,
look,
it's someone else's song.
Okay,
Yeah, okay.
Hang on. Let's say it. Clarkey was down to the last two to play Harry Potter. And
Which
he's
is they
weird.
Said, they put him next to Ron Weasley and went, this is going to seem odd.
Really weird. That's what let him down.
A guy who looks like a combination of Ron Weasley and Draco Malfoy cannot play Harry Potter.
So
Do you not like?
With
Why do you
the,
not like? Listen, rapping somebody else's rap is still rapping. It's still hard to do.
Yeah.
Oh no! When he does that, the ABCs of is it the ABCs of rap?
that's the one that
That's the one.
yeah.
Yeah. That's he's really good at doing that. He's really skillful.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's just not as good as Clarky doing it.
It's the green,
Like,
it's the green-eyed monster.
I just don't get that. I don't get that as a thing.
He's multi-talented. He's literally Swiss Army man. He can do-
So here's the thing I was going to think about with selfies.
Yeah.
Is once you become an A-lister, I think then it's really okay for you to have selfies with other A-listers. Because I think you kind of both buzz off it.
Yes.
So it's like
You break the internet.
Paul Rudd is working with,
Go on, who's come on.
It
come
was
on.
second
do you know what it
celebrity.
was?
Go on,
It
who-
was Sylvester Stallone.
Of course it was. Of course it was. Your brain's going, don't say Costner. Don't say Costner. Don't say Costner. Well, I guess he is in that TV show now. Is he still an A-lister? Don't say Costner. Don't say Costner.
Sylvester Stallone.
Sylvester Stallone,
One of
course.
the original Planet Hollywood founders.
One of the originals, yeah. One of Trump's guys.
Yeah. Oh, is he?
Yeah, he's one of the Trump's ambassadors. But I think Trump said, I've got 3 ambassadors. It's Sylvester Stallone, John Voight, and James Woods. It was 3 wrong-uns, basically. But he announced it without telling them that they were the ambassadors to Hollywood. He was like, yeah, I've got these 3 guys. And they're like, are we? All right, fair enough. Yeah, I guess we're Trump's.
I'll do it. Great John Voight.
Yeah, it was really good. He was eating a blancmange at the time, wasn't he?
Planet Hollywood was the original celebs launching a business, though.
Yes, that's right.
I don't know,
Because
obviously
Hard Rock Cafe didn't have, it had all the memorabilia in it, but it didn't crucially have the celebrities to go with it.
And it's like now, obviously, every celebrity has to have like a business, like gin or normally a booze.
Normally,
Normally gin.
Normally gin.
Every celebrity has to have a gin.
Yeah.
Where's our gin, boys?
Where's our gin?
Pappy's gin. It's cheap.
It's cheap. Do you want to selfie with it?
We should come out with it like War Memorial Gin. You just drink it. Drink
it in the park next to a war memorial and be sad.
It's cheap.
It's cheap.
It tastes cheap.
I've got to ask you, what's your favourite Where's Our Gin movie? Mine is Darjeeling Express. Are we accepting that?
Oh, I don't know if we can.
I don't know if we can accept
You waited
that.
a long time to get to it.
We're going to have to go to VAR on that one. Oh, it's not gone Crosby's way.
not gone through.
It's not gone Crosby's way. Well,
You better on the phone. They're not interested. Crossbow, take off the heavy pencil.
listen, the reason I'm on heavy pencil is because I'm so small. Just a normal sized pencil. I just really struggle to write with it.
I think we've talked about Ubet quite a lot in the past. Did you talk about wasn't there one where 2 trains had to reverse into each other to park an egg in between them? That's my go-to for Ubet.
I don't remember. Oh,
I don't remember.
I can't remembering a different show.
Have you got a Ubet that you'd go to?
Yes, because a guy, and again, I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but a guy, one of the parents from my school,
Right.
was on Ubet, and he was reversing a van with a bottle opener on the back and trying to open 10 bottles by reversing.
Here we go. There's a lot of reversing and things. I had a guy reversing a train so that he could have an egg in between the carriage and the train and balance an egg there.
And I had a guy reversing a truck to open a bottle of gin.
That was his gin launch, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And the other one was a guy who could identify what car it was by the car door closing.
Oh, that's good.
That was a big Ubet
Identifying
one for
was
me.
a big one. The 2 identifiers I remember were looking at the graphic equalizer and knowing what the song was just from the graphic equalizer.
That's good.
Amazing. Even better than that, a candle in front of a speaker. He could identify what song was playing from the way the candle flickered.
Oh, same guy.
I don't think it was the same guy. They should be.
Oh, they must be.
They must be rivals. Yeah, absolutely. There's a Sharks versus Jets with them.
And there's the other one with that person who had to identify who that
body.
fucking guy is who took a selfie with him. Some kind of podcast record or something, I don't know. Found him in my phone from about 2 years ago. Says in the Oxford Circus area. I don't know.
Do people say no?
Yeah, you're all right. Yeah.
That's a shame, isn't it? That's a wee shame. When
shame,
something
yeah.
happens.
a wee shame.
There's all the very famous incident where we did very famous.
Very famous.
What we've established from somebody who asks if you want to selfie with them, there's nothing very famous
Not
about
very
us.
famous about me. We did our 3-man Macbeth.
Yeah.
I was playing Macbeth. Clark was playing a lot of the other parts. Scon was playing Lady Macbeth.
Yeah.
And
I remember it was very good.
someone came up afterwards and said, "Can I get a photo of the cast?" And I said, "Absolutely." And they said, "Yeah, but just those two." I had to stand up to one
Well, it's
side.
bad luck to take a photo of Macbeth, isn't it? In a
Don't
theatre.
say it. Don't see him. Don't want to talk to him. Don't want him to have a selfie with me. Yeah, the thing about Planet Hollywood, for a while, they span it that it felt like they were kind of running it.
Yeah.
Like you had a feeling that Sly was flipping burgers for you.
Yes, yes.
He's going to be upstairs.
And it
looking at the
kind of,
books.
yeah, and it'd be like, oh, I'm going to go and eat there, and maybe Arnold Schwarzenegger will bring me a steak.
Yeah, definitely.
Who were the owners then?
Bruce Willis, Schwarzenegger,
Yeah,
Sly,
yeah.
the big three.
I think so.
I think that was it.
That's good.
That's all you need.
I mean,
I'd
there
say so.
wasn't really anyone else around.
No.
That was it in Hollywood.
That was
Russell.
They ran Hollywood. Yeah.
Yeah.
Kurt Russell, no, I don't think he's quite the...
he's not the guy.
Harrison Ford, not quite the same
Steven
sort of
Seagal.
room.
Fuck off, mate.
No way.
Yeah.
Very exciting. And then, the Model Cafe. Do you remember the Model Cafe launch? Supermodel Cafe, it was called.
Right, yeah.
Supermodel Cafe,
Yeah.
which was launched by, Linda Evangelista and
Campbell?
possibly Campbell, Schiffer, and Crawford.
Crawford.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Crawford.
That's that very, very exciting thing. But of course, nobody wants to, you can't have a cafe which is based around
supermodel cafe.
people who don't.
Well, am I going to have a piece of celery
Exactly. Yeah.
and a cigarette?
But what's the
Blow some coke up my arsehole.
what's the new kind of who would be the new guys
And what are they?
that you go to for you could launch a fast food chain and sell 15
It's Ryan Reynolds, isn't it? He's just like a
what,
one.
the Ryan Reynolds Cafe?
He's a one-man industry to launch anything now.
Because he owns the Verizon phone network, doesn't
Yeah.
he?
What, the whole network?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's one of the sort of majority shareholders in.
It's big, but it isn't now. It's de rigueur for a celebrity to also be an entrepreneur, without meaning to overuse words that end in But I would agree with her.
I'm a photographer. Would you like a? No, okay, fair enough. No, fine. I understand.
I get it.
I get it.
I've got into business with Sure.
So, do you think if we had a big celebrity on, we'd be able to ask them?
Can I just go back?
you can't. What, you can't go back.
I
You can't
enjoyed
go
going. I realised I didn't laugh as much as I should have done because my little Pappy's logo fell off my microphone. but I turned around to see you actively cringing. But I just want to say I liked.
Thank you.
Sure, I thought that was good.
Thanks, mate.
Ironic that we're talking about celebrities and branding and businesses, and we can't even get little things on mics and do it properly. Mine's gone, yours is falling off. It's stopping us from doing it. How are we going to launch a gin? How are we going to launch a gin? We can't stick things on our mics.
There you go. Back
Sorry,
on now.
I was yeah.
It's back on. Anyway. Sorry, Tom. I interrupted you.
I'd be interested to talk to a celebrity.
So would I.
Full stop, actually. Yeah, full stop on that one. Obviously, the selfie has come along and absolutely routed autographs.
Yeah.
No longer, I think, do celebrities ever have to sign things.
No, I think they still do. I think they still do.
But it feels like a lot of the signing is a bit of like a swizz now.
Right,
People bring along stuff.
I think in terms of when you meet someone in public who's a proper member of the public, I think they're asking for a selfie.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone's asking for your autograph. I think the people who wait at stage doors with photos pre-printed to get them signed so they can sell them online, you have to park those.
Yeah. Was it Rami Malek who did the thing to the person where they said, "Oh, please sign this. It's my birthday." And he went, "What date is it?" And they were like, "Up." And he was like, "See ya." See ya. And it's like, yeah. That's a tricky note from Ed Sheeran.
I was going to say,
No, everyone's birthday.
I would
is
fucking
Ed
struggle
Sheeran's
with that.
trick.
Though. Like, if Remy Malek goes, "What day is it?" And it's like, even if it's my birthday, I'm like, "Oh, give me a second."
I know Clarky's birthday.
I know.
And I know Sylvester Stallone's birthday.
Also, if they'd have said a date and I was Remy Malek, I'd be like, yeah, that was probably it.
Yeah, I don't know what day it is. I'm Remy Malek. So I think in terms of no one's in a pub signing something, basically. Like the stage door thing, that's a different thing.
Yes.
Not interested in that.
Yeah.
I'm saying, if you see Eric Canton walking down the road, no one is going, oh, can you sign my bus ticket for me? Or can you sign that for me?
Eric Canton on a bus ticket. What year is this anecdote happening?
He's just come out of Planet Hollywood, shaking hands with Slice alone.
Where's my quill? Where's my quill? I definitely had it with me. Where's my quill?
I've only got a typewriter, damn it!
Caxton, is that you?
Leonardo da Vinci, where's my chisel? I get it.
Speaking of chisel, can you buy this at my house?
We've got to stop saying this, by the way. You've got to stop saying things that are actively libelous. It's going to have to bleep. We have to bleep that name.
It's just a yeah.
Go on, no. Go on. Let's hear your defence. It's just a sort of complete lie that's been made up about somebody.
My defence is that in the Pappy's universe, we have certain facts.
No. Hey, don't bring me into this.
We have certain facts, and in the Pappy's universe, that's become like an unchallengeable fact. That it's like.
Tom, it's only unchallengeable because you said it 40 times an episode. And we can't be bothered.
It's law now. It's law.
It's too lawly. No, we can't be having any more. Listen, you cannot.
You need to draw a line under that. And speaking of lines.
Anyway, I would like to ask a celebrity, and a celebrity who straddled both eras.
Oh, yeah.
Canton off, for example.
Yeah.
Slide, tell me. Which one did you prefer?
Yes.
Was it more of a bother to be giving someone your autograph or to have a selfie? And I think they will be nostalgic for the autograph days.
I also think the easy access of cameras means that I reckon more you get more selfie requests than you do autographs. I think if you saw a famous person in the street, you wouldn't automatically go, I'll get their autograph. Whereas I think selfies, you think, I've got it right here. I could do it.
But somehow, it was the given method for proving you'd met someone.
Oh, definitely.
But there was no way of verifying it. Like, I just saw Eric Canton on, and you'd be like, no, you didn't. And it's like, I did, look.
And then
you just have like
you pull up your t-shirt and there's two big footmarks in your chest. And you go, oh, I stand corrected. And can I just say, a really nice man.
Oh,
lovely.
What a gentleman.
So generous with his time and studs.
What a stud.
But I just think I do miss. I had quite a few autographs back in the day.
You were offering them, weren't you?
He's got a drawer full.
Can I sign anything for you?
Do you want some of these?
You were actually handing out 8x10s of yourself. Just go to a train station. Would anyone like one of my headshots?
Just coming out stage doors.
Yeah, just waiting by stage doors to give them to celebrities. Hey, you can cast me in something.
Yeah, but that's all. I'm just saying I'd be interested.
Yeah.
Well, one day, Tom, I hope you meet a celebrity.
Yeah. I mean, I don't handle myself well around them.
No? Do you go to pieces? Are you somebody who gets a bit, or do you feel like you have to be a bit more like matey with them? And
no,
how do you? Or
I go in.
You hang back.
Yeah, I go kind of in, and I don't feel myself.
Yeah, until you feel them. You go in.
I'm struggling at being not like normal. Like, and I was on someone who was like, has a famous friend, and they said, I was round their house, and then they said, we're having a dinner tonight, and then they didn't say who was coming, and then all these people arrived, and it was like, you're sat at this table, and as they were telling me that story,
Stallone's arriving, Cantona,
Schwarzenegger, but it's like, as
get in the kitchen, lads, come on.
As they told that story, I was thinking, I would hate that.
Yeah,
I can't think of anything worse, actually.
Yeah,
and going like, or someone was like lots of our friends have either become famous or hang out with famous people, and I find it inherently stressful. I know they're just people as well, but I think hanging around with people who are on your level feels very relaxing, which is why, like, obviously Paul Rudd having a selfie with Sylvester Stallone feels very normal to him.
or someone
Why
else.
do you
keep asking us for selfies?
But you do it as well. You just don't call it a selfie. You go, should we get a picture of us doing this?
Yeah.
Or whatever it is.
Yeah, you don't have to awkwardly. You don't have to awkwardly say, "Would you mind?"
No.
Would it be okay?
Yeah. And if I'm ever with someone where I would want a selfie with them, I would never ask.
Have you never asked for a selfie?
I did once recently, and
Who was it? Can you say?
No. It was Elon Musk. No, it wasn't.
Oh, Tom.
Oh, Tom.
No, but I like, especially, I don't know, it just feels awkward, in a way. And like, say for example, Hasselhoff.
Yes.
When I was like, I got a chance. I was in a room with Hasselhoff, and everyone was.
Well, you were on the wall, weren't you? You were on the wall with a sledgehammer saying, "Just say the word, David. I'll start smashing."
And everyone was like asking him, and I didn't want to. You don't want to be that person.
I'm the same, yeah. Yeah.
What about though? Do you ever use "for my kids"? Because that is a little, if you say, "Hey, would you mind a little photo so I can show my kids," or a little video message for my kids?
That's not going to wash with Hasselhoff, though, surely. It's
Yeah, of course. It's a family man.
Yeah.
You're not. But which kid's into Hasselhoff?
Yeah,
It's a bygone era.
he's not going to say that about himself, though, is he? He's talking like, sorry, how old are your kids? In their late 40s?
I mean,
Never even heard of me.
I did. That was the experience I had with him. It was like a rehearsal for this script that someone had written, and the joke of the episode. It's like a story. It was like a program about his life. That Don't Hasselhoff, and he was this perfect gent. He was amazing, and the story of the episode was that David Hasselhoff spins out because someone doesn't recognise him, and it got to the feedback about the episode, and Hasselhoff said, "The only thing I would say is, I don't buy that this person doesn't recognise me."
Yeah.
And then they had to try and pitch examples of why that person would recognise him. And he wasn't being like a maniac. He was going, no, they recognise me. And they were like, what if this person's a 17-year-old? And they're like, I get recognised by them all the time. They know me because of this.
Because
and they were like,
he was a judge on America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
He was like a pop star.
Yeah.
He was internationally famous. He was on Baywatch, which was the biggest show in the entire world.
Yeah. And they were like going, what if it's they're from this country? And he was like, what country? And they were like, I don't know, like they're from this country. And he'd be like, honestly, mate, over there, they just. And it was like he was just being very. He wasn't being like a knob about it. And it was like, oh, everyone knows. He was like, everyone knows who I am. It's just like it felt mad.
Did he not realise that that's what makes the epised funny?
Yeah, I mean,
But the idea of one person, if he's got an answer for why everybody should know him, isn't that funny of him to be going, all right, where are you from? What age are you? I can tell you why you should know me. That isn't.
I know.
But anyway.
And the weirdest thing at the end was he didn't want a selfie with me.
That is weird.
I know how you feel, man. I hear what you're saying back there, and I get it a lot as well. Do you want a selfie?
Cheer you up.
Get your phone out.
Come on, mate. Come on, mate.
Don't worry, I know my way around it.
Have you ever gone for a selfie, Clark? Have you ever asked any celebrities for selfies?
I don't think I have. I'm also really nervous about it. Just be like, I couldn't take the rejection. And also, I just don't want to bother them. I'd be like, I don't want to be that guy.
If there's like,
I don't want to be like Crosby. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Absolute star fucker over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, and I'd be more inclined to ask for an autograph because that's what I know.
Because you're an old man, exactly. Yeah. Do you think
Would you like a Polaroid?
an autograph book though?
Yeah.
That felt like a thing back in the day. Didn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
But could you bring it back? Is that a thing you could do again?
What? This is my autograph book. Yeah, I think there's something quite.
Because it was something quite quaint. I think
like,
people would.
I was going to say it'd be
people
like
would appreciate
it'd be
it.
quite Wes Anderson about it. Of going like,
Yeah.
I've got this like corduroy bound book. Just put it there next to Owen Wilson. But I think like, I think it would seem charming now
Yeah.
to have an autograph book, and people would find it refreshing.
Yeah.
And Sheeran famously knows his way around every type of autograph.
Absolutely, yeah. He can open it with one hand.
Open every pen.
Yeah.
He's done the time with the pens.
Oh, he knows his way around a Sharpie. Of course he does. Yeah, he could do it.
Yeah. But I also, that is why, oh no, I won't say that. I mean, what I was going to say was,
No. Oh, you know what? I never want to hear a sentence more than when Tom says, I'm not going to say
know,
this.
but then also when you hear it, you're like,
Oh, yeah. I didn't.
he was right, actually.
I didn't want you to say that, actually.
that's why I think like it's nice to offer a selfie.
Actually, I did want to hear that.
If I'm with Sheeran and Sheeran goes, oh, do you want a selfie? Because he knows that it's that someone probably wants one but doesn't want to
crucially,
offer.
Tom, he is Ed Sheeran, one of the most famous people in the entire world. I'm going to go ahead and say more famous than David Hasselhoff.
You know, Clarky was down to the last two to be Ed Sheeran. Still very raw with him.
close.
Still very raw with him.
Pinched at the post. If only you were talented.
I know.
That was the only thing standing in the way.
Or nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening and watching simultaneously to the end of that. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe somewhere down below and leave a comment in the comment section.
Absolutely. Also, we have a Patreon, patreon.com/Pappy's Flatshare, where we've got loads of additional content. It's amazing on there.
It is amazing, yes. And if you'd like to come and see us live, then go to pappyscomedy.com/live for tickets to all of our live Flatshare slam downs across the country. They're always in London.
Cheers, everyone.
Bye.